we're back here with Fire Emblem 3 Houses, our Azure Mood and Maddening run that we're doing. We've just hit Professor level B. I don't know why that's the first thing that caught my eye, but that's incredible and it's very cool and I like it. Because the max is A+, if I remember. It doesn't go to S with Professor level, so we're actually doing quite well in that respect. And, oh, do we have any new paralogs? Oh dear. Tales of the Red Canyon. Sothis has a request for you, Byleth. At her insistence, you travel alone to the Red Canyon, followed by curious students. Not yet, I don't. True chivalry. Safety for the people of the kingdom has been a growing concern, and Feldaria's territory is no exception. Felix has been called upon to help restore order back home. Grand. These two we already had. Alright, so a number of them are in February, or whatever that month is, that we have to do those. So it's Remire, Red Wolf Moon, so we have this month, next month to do. So we have like 3 or 4 months to get all these done, so we should be able to manage. This one expires earlier in January though, so I gotta be careful about that. And it's also pretty damn important for the reward you get from it. We're all getting towards level 17 though now, so we should be able to do these ones pretty soon in our battles, I reckon. In fact, maybe we'll just do these two for our next battle day. But of course, we're not doing a battle day right now, because we've got exploring to do, dang darn it. Back at the monastery at last. Hey Sothis, what's going on?
I do not know why it is so, but being here makes me feel quite unwell. I am so sleepy and a bit
dizzy. Yes.
It's a struggle merely to stay conscious. Are you feeling the same?
Yes, I've never felt less lively than I do right now. I am.
And yet, it feels familiar, as though pulled from a corner of my memory, from a time long ago. I simply cannot fathom it.
Well, we're experiencing some complex emotions right now, and just general bodily feelings of tiredness. I don't want to study. Well, it's too freaking bad you're at school. You should have known what that entailed when you signed up. So naturally, the first thing we want to do, hello to you two, random passerby. Ooh, and we've got 7 points now, which is most grand. First thing we want to do is head over to the greenhouse and get our things, but we also have a whole bunch of people to talk about, and a bunch of quests showing up. That's pretty marvelous. Hello. Still life picture. Still life painting that features an unusual flower. Probably belongs to someone who's fond of art. And I don't even have to really think about that, because in reality, there's only one person who could belong to you, really, isn't there?
Sorry, I've got a cold.
I think she likes it if you say no, you don't, because it's like, no, you're getting like an emotional bond with her to realize that. But it's probably more polite, technically, to say, get well soon.
Thanks.
This is yours.
For this.
Don't know how I managed to get this under the door, but it's yours now. There you go. I mean, it was always yours, but now it is yours. You have re-gotten it. Ooh, what's this outside the... Wasn't Ash standing around here before? Well, he used Hatchet. No, that's gotta be Cereals. He was also standing around here. Hey, Manuela, what's cracking?
I know you figure medicine and magical healing are two ways to do the same thing.
Well, I never said that.
It's way deeper than that. Medicine is all about preventing infection and suppressing symptoms with, well, medicine. That's probably obvious.
Right, well, whereas magical healing is just like, make that wound better all of a sudden.
But magical healing is focused on closing up wounds faster, raising a body's vital energy, stuff like that.
Right, I understand. Oh, I actually could bring her to Remire if I recruited her right now, but, which... Damn, actually, I'm really tempted to, because I do want to make her a Bonite. That would be super cool. But I want to keep true to the first run I did. Well, I mean, who cares? I guess it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Well, it doesn't matter. Why am I being all precious about it? No one's gonna be mad if I recruit Manuela. People are probably more mad that I haven't recruited anyone yet. Whatever.
Hello,
join my team.
I know that look in your eye. You want to ask me a favor.
That I do.
You want me to help out with your class, right?
Correctamundo.
Say the word, and I'll help however I can.
You're coming to Remire to shoot stuff.
Don't worry about it. You're just starting out as a teacher, right?
That is accurate.
It's only natural for those of us with more experience to help the younger generation.
That's very kind. Yeehaw! I don't know why I was being so awkward about that before. I mean, I'm probably going to keep the people I recruit to a minimum just because I do want to keep it sort of close to the very first one I did, except now on Maddening. This is, for me, this is like my definitive run of the game now, essentially. My god, look how good she is at doing stuff. I'm afraid to tell you that you are doing neither of those things, my friend. Whoa, she doesn't have a weakness to anything, does she? Oh, I'm wrong. She's got a weakness to reason and heavy armor. Heavy armor, Manuela, that would be badass. I'm making her a Bonite. I may not like use her very all that much up front. Because, and I may bench her eventually anyways, because like, we want to keep our main group in high levels, and sometimes that's hard to do if you're divvying it up, but she's close to our level anyways, and I think that could be pretty cool. I'm saving that so I can not get all anxious and be like, oh, should I go and redo that? Was that a bad decision? Whatever. No one cares. I'm almost in the party now.
Hey, Professor,
Stop talking about it.
that my father came by during the Battle of the Eagle and Lion?
I thought there was a whole thing that nobles weren't allowed to watch. I told Bernadetta that. Are you telling me that I was wrong?
He left soon after, but I saw him talking to Edelgard first. I wonder what they could have to talk about.
Well, I mean, she's the emperor-to-be, right? Your father?
Yeah, he's pretty important in the Empire. I thought I mentioned it to you before.
You did,
He's
but
the
like...
Minister of Military Affairs. Still, though, I could have sworn those two didn't get along.
Alright, well, plenty of people in politics have to chat with people they don't get along with. Let us harvest those. Ooh, we get to plant even more. Rocky Burdock, that's more strength from Mercedes. That's what we want. Ooh, look at all the flower seeds we can plant. 1, 2, 3, 4. Marvelous. Most delightful. And let's use the Caledonian soil, because look at all the professor level boons we've got. And before I forget, actually, I've also got a Fruit of Life, haven't I, to distribute, so I should give that to Annette. Yes. Get more health. And we also have people who have old vulneraries, but I'll deal with that when I deal with our item management, which I'll do at the end after talking to everyone. You get your strength up. Nice, look at that 18. There we go. We're gonna have, you're gonna be like punching heavy armored knights out in no time. Seems everyone's catching big fish today. Well, I will buy some bait and do some fishing off camera. You bet I will. You know what? Let's use this one right now. Just for a bit of content variety. We'll catch one single fish. How does that sound to everyone? All right. Let's have a think here. What fish do we want? We don't want a red one. That's nonsense. We want the yellow ones. We want the gold ones. Come on now. Blue isn't gold. You can't fool me. I know what the difference between... Well, okay, well, we need a... Damn it, I should just quit while I was ahead, shouldn't I? Whatever, we'll catch this and it'll be good for us, probably. Yay, well, that was a good distraction. Hey, Eloise, watch out.
I'm going to catch me some mighty fish. Just you wait and see.
That's what you said last
I didn't
week.
catch a single fish last month. But this month, oh, this month.
I have full faith in you. Maybe you're doing something wrong, time to give up. Neither of those are nice. Maybe you're doing something wrong?
I'm casting my line just as the captain taught me all those years ago.
Well, maybe you
You're
forgot
going with the
how we did it.
captain to investigate Remire village soon, aren't you?
Yeah, we won't be fishing.
Feels like so long ago that you two came here.
It was only 6 months, though, ish. How about you teach me axes, partner? Thank you for that. That was very kind.
The
Speaking of the glory of progress, yes. But speaking of, I also forgot that Manuela can teach me flying, and I want that very muchly. Thank you for this. Appreciate that.
Hi there.
Hi. What's this? Ooh, just a whole ass fish. Someone just left lying around. I guess they caught it and were like, "That's lame." Instead of throwing it back, they were like, "Guess I'll just throw it at a wall." 4 gold coin. This gotta be. Well, I guess I would have thought this would be Ignatz's. But Ignatz was standing like way over there, wasn't he? Actually, it was Alois who was standing here, wasn't he? I mean, it doesn't have to be that specific, I suppose.
It feels...
Is this yours?
Oh, this is mine.
Oh, wicked. I didn't know he was into coins. That's really cool.
Thanks. I owe you.
No problem, buddy. Oh, I still have to give that to Cyril. My goodness. Hey there, Ash.
I'm worried about Remire. That affliction is a little too mysterious for my liking.
Yeah, it was reported pretty
I'm pretty
creepily, wasn't
sure
it? They're
it's
just
not
people
normal.
are sort of dying and or acting weird. I've heard it's not an ordinary disease.
Then what could it be?
Magic, maybe, but, you know, I guess only one way to tell is to go over there, which is what we're doing, although you would hope that the knights would be better at investigating than, like, us. We're just the muscle. I never noticed she has the little Legend of Zelda thing. Well, I guess not Legend of Zelda specifically, where her head turns to face things like this. I know she did it with people, but I didn't know she did it with items. You don't usually see her looking down like that. What dis? Oh, it's a snail. I'll do that in my fishing run off camera. The old map of Embar. Someone with a connection to the Imperial capital of the past. Well, that's got to be Flane, because that's where she was standing. But also, I forget what exactly was the significance from others from there or something like that. I can't remember. Most curious.
Professor, nothing to report.
I thought you said it was most curious.
Oh, except that Tomas departed the monastery and has yet to return.
That's most
Consider
curious.
that He's
Well
been
done.
gone for periods of time before and has always returned, so I'm not too worried. Still, I wonder what in the world he's doing out there.
Yes, and at such a time as the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. I mean, come on. Who wouldn't want to watch that? All right, well, it's market stuff I can do by myself. Except, what is this? Yoink! Chickpeas. I mean, these are like the store stalls, right? I can't just take those. I mean, I guess I can. Hello, hello, hello. And again, this looks like it's very much in the Smith's bucket, they hear. Like, I'm not just... Am I really just... I shouldn't be allowed to have that. Oh, actually, you can't buff it up into Aura Gauntlets. Ooh, you need to find them and then make them better. But you can buff it into Killer Gauntlets, so we'll probably be doing that with these anyways. I would do this if I had the Woot Steel. Guess I'll do this right now. Well, I've got it here. Killer Lance Plus. Marvelous. And yours too. Now I need to buy a whole bunch more black sand steel. Oh yes, and I should jig Manuela's equipment, shouldn't I? What does she show up with? Oh, she shows up with a seal. Well, that's not super helpful, but I guess there's no harm in giving Manuela a sword because she's already got a decent proficiency with it. Although I'll probably be replacing her skill set with things that are not swords. Anyways, I'll do that stuff after at the end of this run, I suppose. Or run, episode. Like off camera, I'll do it. All that inventory management stuff. And I'll come back next episode and you'll see how I've got Manuela decked out. The incredible mastery with which I'll have given her skills and items.
Professor, the tournament fish and the meal we indulged in after the battle of the eagle and lion.
Yeah, it's all been delicious, hasn't it?
All of the food I've eaten in this monastery has been absolutely delectable.
Especially that gratin. That looked amazing. I want that.
Food really is the only thing you think about, huh?
You severely misunderstood what she was just talking about.
I think about all sorts of things.
Yeah, she just likes thinking about food.
Menu, for instance?
Wow, look at all the teasing going on here. My goodness. Oh, whoopsies, hang on, I have to get a quest.
I have
Yes.
a request.
My father has been curious about your competence as a fighter. After all I've seen, I don't see the need to test you, but he insists that you show me your skills in a mock battle with troops from House Fraldarius. Participate in a mock battle with the soldiers of House Fraldarius. Okay, I can do that, I suppose. But I mean, aren't we also going over there to settle some kind of bandit dispute in the near future? Doesn't that seem like more pressing? Are these your gloves?
Nothing about it.
Okay, hey there.
When news reached us of the disturbance, ours was the first unit dispatched to Remire.
Ah, and what did you see there?
And accomplished magic wielders with us. In all honesty, I was scared witless the entire time.
That's fair.
All we knew, it was an epidemic like the rumors suggested. And rumors aside, that place had an eerie air about it that chilled you right to the bone.
Okay, what did you see there? Aw, I wish they would tell me that, because I'm about to go there.
All this month, His Highness has been going out late into the night.
More looking at the libraries, I suppose.
To me. Professor, do you happen to know anything?
Something to do with Arundel, as I recall.
Lord Arundel is here?
Yeah.
That may well explain it. His Highness's headaches have been growing steadily worse. I would prefer that he retire to bed early.
It's certainly getting all up inside his own head about something around these times. Hey, Edelgard!
They say that things rarely, if ever, go according to plan.
That's pretty sweeping, but I guess.
After all, if we don't effectively force things to go our way, nothing will be achieved.
Damn!
What about you, Professor? Are you leading the life you envisioned for yourself?
Not at all. Oh, I don't get to answer. I think if she's in your party, you get to answer. Hey, Raphael, you need help? What's going on?
Can I get your advice on something? I just don't know what to do anymore.
Sure, I'm sure this is extremely important and has nothing got to do with your eating habits.
I used to think they were the best, but now I can't even stand looking at them.
Oh, man. Relationship troubles. Time heals all wounds.
Good point, Professor. I think I need to see other meats right now. Then I can come back to fish when I'm good and ready.
I need to see other meats right now. Oh, that's amazing. That's so good. Let's do this right now, shall we? Who are we gonna make foob with? Who wants to make foob with us? Who wants to make fud? Who's making the ingestibles avec nous? Oh, Ciro. I wonder if Ciro likes cooking. I haven't done it with Annette yet, have I? Let's do that. Hero salad. Is there a strength one? We needed the Wolverine for that, and I don't have any because I have not been going out on hunting missions recently. Hero salad for magic. Queen. Let's do some magic, shall we? I mean, the speed was really helping us out last time, especially with the paralogs, but I think we should do some hero salad. Let's make up some. I don't even know what Angelica is or would taste like, but let's make some.
Leave it to me. Cooking is my forte. At least, I think it is.
I'm sure it is. Just let me cut the things you. I'll use the knife to do stuff. You can do all the other stuff, I promise.
Problem, but sometimes things get out of control.
Well, this looks like to be one of our usually times, which is very fortunate. I'm glad I did not explode today. Thank you. That was very sweet that you helped me out with that, Annie. Is this tea? Tea. Someone will have tea time with us. In fact, that's actually marvelous because I've been meaning to get my sport up with Dedu more, and we got all kinds of points now. Ooh, I could give him an alpha there. That would be awesome. We got all kinds of points now, and I can have tea with him. And maybe he likes ginger tea. Who knows? Hey, Dorothy, what's going on?
Congratulations on winning the Battle of the Eagle and Lion.
Thank you.
Did you get a special reward?
I got a spear. You can have it if you want. It's kind of dull.
I certainly feel like I earned a special reward. Don't you, Professor?
I'm gonna need you to back up, my friend. Sure, here you go.
Thank
Thank you, Professor.
There you go. That's your reward, a sea anemone. Oh, is this the month where this happens? Ah, I see. You gotta do the whole little fetch quest where you trade things with everyone for no real reason. Crestological Mysteries, a book introducing some obscure theories about Crest. Someone with a passion for that topic might want this. But, while we're talking about it, hey folks.
Of the 4 or 5 years since I started here, this is certainly the busiest.
It was 4. I've been here 5.
I love how quickly she jumps on that.
Don't be petty,
It was 4.
Shamir.
You count your
Because obviously, like, they really care about each other.
If I take care of them quickly, what does it matter how many there are? Oh, sorry. We didn't mean to ignore you, Professor.
I don't really know how you could ignore me when you were, like, standing in a row looking at me,
As
but
you were saying,
it was impressive that you managed it.
There never seemed to be enough hands for the work.
That reminds me. Do you have that thing? If you do, we want it.
I may or may not have such things as are mentioned by you previously, as in the 3rd second prior to the one that is currently happening. Perhaps.
Want? No. We need it. Give it to me, not her.
Well, do we need it or do you need it?
I'm the one who brought it up. We may be friends, but that's just rude.
Yeah, Catherine and Shamir seem to want a 2-toned Whetstone. You can tell by the way they were talking about it so specifically. Well, you can teach me how to shoot bows, can't you? I was thinking when I was I wanted to call it a Draco Knight, which is not what it's called. A Wyvern Lord. I might want a bow at some point. I can get a silver bow from this, which is cool, and some black sand steel. Sure, I'm down with that. Do you have that thing? If you find it, give it to me. Not Catherine. Understood? Sure thing. I want a nice bow for Dimitri, so I think I'll do that. Cool. Nice to see you guys. I could also get the quest from Catherine and then just fail it, but let's not do that. Let's only promise things to Shamir, and then when we don't give them to Catherine, we won't be letting anyone down. Tactics. It's a tactical game, after all. Crumpled love letter. A carelessly discarded love letter. It probably belongs to someone with a complicated love life. I wonder who. Dimitri, is this yours?
Sorry to ask this of you, but I would deeply appreciate it if you would promise to keep my association with Edelgard to yourself.
Say no more. I understand how that would be weird.
Complicated history, what she and I share.
You're talking about the dagger, aren't you? Not to worry about that. I won't say anything. Oh, you have black gloves.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
I have been looking for this. But how did you know it was mine?
I never thought he would be picky about armor, but I guess that works well. He's got black gloves on, so I finally found that. I'm not sure I ever would have known that was his. As in, I'm not sure I ever properly returned it to him at any point. Something is wrong in Remire. Yes, that's why we're going there.
Professor, tell me, is this about Remire?
What, you and I speaking right now?
There are more villagers acting strangely today than yesterday.
Man, is it really close enough that you can just tell that?
Have been dispatched.
I guess we did kind of come back in one day, didn't we?
The underlying cause is as yet unclear. And the most anyone can do is stand back and watch.
Well, no, we're going there to fix things, or try anyways.
Professor, what do you think about all this?
I think it's scary. Some kind of illness, some kind of conspiracy, punch from the goddess. Some kind of conspiracy.
In that case, we should strengthen the guards.
Probably wise.
If you visit the village, Professor, please, take care.
Oh, I'm going. Yeah, don't worry. I'll be there. I don't really need much more in my axe right now, and I'll have other things I want to spend the points on, so I'm fine with saving that.
Professor, what have you got there?
Crestological Mysteries, the book.
My goodness, that is just what I've been looking for.
Well, you're in luck, because guess what? I've got one.
I can offer nothing more than this, but I do ask that you consider trading with me.
I just found it on the ground, and it means nothing to me, so go for it.
I am in your debt, Professor.
You got a Tome of Comely Saints. And why would you have a thing like that hanging around? You acquired a new item. It looks valuable. I'm sure it does, Byleth. Someone might want this, maybe you should ask around. I want you to know that the fact that I'm not recruiting you, but I did recruit Manuela, is not because I don't like you. I would love to recruit you both, because you're one of my favorite ships. But I can only invite somebody, recruit so many people before it gets really ridiculous trying to keep them all at the same level.
I thought we might make it through last month in peace. But no, another incident just had to arise, didn't it?
I appreciate that you're on my wavelength about this. This is ridiculous.
This debacle had to do with crests. Why, I'd have gone and dealt with it in an instant.
Maybe you could just pretend it does so you could come and help? Hey, a book filled with striking illustrations of the male saints. Someone who admires good-looking men might want this. Is it a whole-ass book? Damn. The Saints Revealed. That sounds like the same kind of book, actually. An unofficial account of the four saints' deeds during the War of Heroes. Probably belongs to a history buff. That sounds like Linny to me.
Get it?
Remire Village.
Remire Village is an
Whoa, your voice changed.
but it's still relatively close to the monastery. Oh, but you know all about that, don't you?
Yeah, that's where I met Edelgard, Claude, and Dimitri.
The story goes that it was in Remire village that Alois found you.
And the story goes correctly. What dis? A small tanned hide. A small animal's hide which has been meticulously tanned. Probably belongs to a skilled hunter. Shame it was just on the floor. That's gotta be Petra's anyhow. Hey, Lysithia! I love you.
Remire village from some of the knights. It's certainly troubling. If it's a contagion, we at Garrick Mock should be on the lookout as well.
Yeah, I don't know what we can do about it if it is. I don't believe it is.
Oh? Well, that's better. But I wonder what the real cause could be.
Is it better if we have like an infestation of murderers in our walls?
Your words are oddly persuasive, Professor. Even if they're not exactly based on anything.
Thank you, I think. Why don't you have a forget-me-not?
Thank you.
You got it. I don't know why I did that, but Lysithia's happy now, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Hey, Flame, what's going on? That's quite the pose you're striking there. What are you practicing for the catwalk?
I'm so happy to be part of your class, Professor.
The feeling's mutual.
I honestly cannot recall the last time I interacted with others on a daily basis like this.
You seem to be pretty locked up pretty tight priorly.
When I was a child. That was so very long ago now.
You're still a child. How long ago? How long ago?
Oh, I mean, very, very long ago.
Very convincing. Roger. I will ask 0 more questions about that. Precisely 0. A poster promoting Manuela, the miracle songstress. Probably belongs to someone who looks up to her. Well, that's gotta be Raphael's. Who's hanging around? Oh, it's Annie still hanging around in the classroom. Yeah, you're here all the time, aren't you?
Is always out and about these days.
Yeah, this time he's just out.
And just when I had some questions about a book I'd borrowed.
That means you get to keep it for a week longer. Hey.
Now I'm so curious about where he's gone off to. He better come back soon.
I know, it's really an inconvenience, isn't it? Hey there, Iggy. It's Iggy and Hilda. What's going on?
Professor, the Battle of the Eagle and Lion was such good fun, don't you think?
Yeah, in the sort of nerve-shredding, terrifying way that running onto an open battlefield with 3 armies is fun. Yeah, it was fun.
How long are you going to keep harping on about the Battle of the Eagle and Lion?
All right, well, it's been like less than 5 days.
Oh, come on, let me gush. Did you see how the house leaders came together after the battle?
I did. It was super hype.
An incredible thing to witness. Harmony, even after something so hard fought.
I'm glad that things will always be that.
If they can keep playing nice, perhaps there will be peace in Fodlan after all.
See? Hilda understands what a politic is. Oh, I do have Flane's old map, though. There you go.
That is mine. Thank you so very much.
You got it, buddy. It's not like I wanted to keep the damn thing around. It's, you know how hard carrying maps around is? They're so notoriously hard to fold up. Especially if it's an old one. You'd be really careful about trying to, you'd want to be careful about breaking it. Hey, there's Monica and Hubert. What's going on, buddies?
Need something, Professor?
I mean, just to talk.
I was just asking Monica here to be less demanding of Lady Edelgard's time.
And I can tell you did so with such tact and careful words because of the look on her face. Hey there, Knight.
This is my first time working with the Gerald.
Oh, how exciting.
The legend known across the ages as the Blade Breaker. And I get to see him with my own eyes.
I know, we'll be fighting together and everything. It'll be awesome.
Try my absolute hardest.
I like the energy. Keep that up for the month it takes us to get there, because obviously we have other more important training exercises to do, like Felix's daddy issues. Ooh, I've got a support lined up. After we just spent all last episode doing more supports. How about that? Ooh, Lawrence hanging out on the bridge. I see.
Professor.
Contemplating anything?
How are you feeling, Professor? You look rather ill, if you don't mind my saying so.
I feel rather ill.
Are you sick? If so, I would urge you not to push yourself too hard. Take some rest.
Well, I wish the church saw it that way. Nothing gets by you.
Just my natural talent. Nothing out of the ordinary. Enough wit now. You should lie down.
Nah, I've got people to talk to, but thank you very much for the offer. I will lie down at some point. Don't boo me, you infant. Hello there.
You do not look well.
Wow, everyone on the north side of the monastery is really interested in how my face looks.
Please, visit a doctor before your situation worsens.
I just put Manuela on my team. If she'd noticed anything, she would tell me, probably.
Though when I went there the other day, I was unable to receive medical guidance, as Professor Manuela was drunk and fast asleep on the floor.
Okay, never mind. I see your point. I should probably seek help from someone else, shouldn't I? Hi there. You have a love letter to give, don't you? Only these people who are standing in a weird corner with their backs to a wall thinking need a love letter delivered. What's going on?
I could use your help.
That's the quest. I know it's inappropriate to write love letters to someone in her position, but I can't help the way I feel. It may only inconvenience her, but could you deliver this? Deliver the letter. There's no address, but perhaps you can figure out who the writer was referring to when he said someone in her position. It's like, could only be like Edelgard or Lady Rhea, basically. And why would they be hanging around the chapel if it was not to Lady Rhea? Who did I get support with? Oh, Aloise, cool. Reverent love letter. I can't help the way I feel about you. I've fallen for a high-class person that I shouldn't have fallen in love with. Right. Man, I never go through this door. Why am I doing this now? I mean, I guess because Mercy's down here, but I so seldom go to this part of the cathedral. This is super weird. Hey, Mercy.
Oh, goodness. Is something the matter, Professor? You look a little pale.
Yeah, I fell over earlier. It was quite strange.
It's so easy to catch a cold this time of year.
Thank you. I will be very careful. And who's this? Another monk.
During the
Hiya.
Red Wolf Moon, wild monsters make ready for the winter to come, stirring more than at any other time of the year.
Big wolves, I assume.
Remire Village, isn't that right?
Yeah.
Watch your step on that journey.
I will not pick fights with any wild animals along the way.
All of you.
Thank you. Anyone got any troubles during this time where we're worried about plagues or people in the walls? 3 people do. How shocking. When I see the students enthusiastically eating together in the dining hall, I sometimes wish to join them. I wonder if that would be a bother. I'm sure the students would be happy to share a meal, maybe once in a while, but don't make it a habit. That's a bad idea. I'm sure the students would be happy to share a meal. That was pretty straightforward, that one. This is Dimitri. I have always despised the heat, even as a child. Still, one must be prepared to fight anywhere, no matter the conditions. Have you any advice for enduring the heat? No, I'd hate the heat also. Look for clothing and armor that breathe better, fight it off using magic. It's a natural part of life, so learn to enjoy it. Look for clothing and armor that breathe better. He's into equipping himself properly for tough situations, so that works with him, I reckon. I usually enjoy sweets, but the traditional cakes from Enbar are a bit much for my taste. How could those have possibly become a traditional dessert? The flavor reminds people of the old days. Who cares? Traditions are meant to be broken. The sweet smell draws people in. Okay, obviously Edelgard wants to hear this. Who cares? Traditions are meant to be broken. Booyah! No more cake from Enbar under her rule. Hey there, Petra. This is a place of mysteriousness.
This is a place of mysteriousness.
That it is.
I have awareness of how much difference every part of the world is.
It's kind of an amazing
In
thing,
a place
isn't it?
alike to this place, you can imagine the goddess of Fodlan truly existing.
I know what you mean. It's very ethereal somehow.
At times
Oh, hi.
I miss those places in Bridget. At times,
The back is just like...
I am missing those places so painfully.
I'm sorry to hear that. I was laughing at the guy behind us. Not at you, I promise. Is this your skin?
I had lost the place of this.
Yes.
You have my thanks.
You got it, buddy. Anything you need, give a holler. Anything I can do to make you feel more at home. Marianne and Ferdinand. Ferdianne and Marianne.
Well...
Hi, Marianne.
Good day, Professor.
Hey.
Well then, I should go.
Okay, bye. Oh, man. Look at all the gear all over the floor. Man, someone's been organizing.
Remire Village. Is that not where you met Edelgard?
Correctamundo. I shoved someone out of the way and got an axe embedded in the back of my neck. It was awful.
If you had not been there, something terrible could have happened. Did one of the house leaders know that mercenaries were staying in Remire Village? I wonder.
Well, if anyone, I doubt it was Dimitri. It was either Edelgard with her weird omnipotence or Claude with his scheming ways.
It will remain a mystery for now.
I suppose.
What we can do at this point is speculate.
It sort of seemed like it was just a chance thing. They just sort of ran around and were like, here's people. Who knows? Could always have been orchestrated by someone. Speaking of the Grand Maestro himself, Claude, what's going on?
What in the world is happening in Remire Village?
Bad things. That's what we're meant to investigate.
Been dispatched. I hope it's nothing too serious.
I mean, I reckon it is, considering they made multiple trips and they still don't really know what's happening.
Of the place.
Me too. I'm glad to hear it's as important to you as it is to me, which is to say, somewhat. Hey there, Lenny.
I fear I may become a social recluse soon.
Become?
My life consists of wearing a groove in the floor between the library and the dining hall. Although I guess a real recluse wouldn't leave their room, eh?
Are we referring to someone in particular when we say that? Yes, I guess perhaps. Is this yours?
Thank you. I gave up hope of ever finding it.
Well, you just talked about how you only go to like 2 places. You should have checked them both. Although it was in the entrance hall, I suppose, wasn't it? Oh, I should have given that thing to Dorothea when I was talking to her in the courtyard. Things are certainly seeming at least a little more chipper around the monastery for the time being. Hello, ghost monk. Hey, Sylvain. Hope everyone in Remire's doing well. Me too.
Remire Village is faring. Hopefully we're not dealing with some new epidemic.
Yes, as if we needed any more to complicate this right now.
Almost 20 years ago, a terrible plague blazed through Fargus.
Rip.
It even hit the capital city, taking the queen consort's life. Or so I heard. The whole kingdom was in an uproar over that loss.
Yeah, neither of us were really around for that time.
The person who saved the kingdom wasn't a doctor, but a holy woman. The fair Lady Cornelia.
Is that right? That's why she's got such a
She
reputation.
was awarded the honor of being a mage in the service of the royal family. She sounds like an amazing woman, but
she does.
She must be pretty old by now. But hey, Maybe she's aged like a fine wine.
What a nice sentiment, Sylvain. You almost made it a whole conversation without being weird. That would have been just a tragedy, wouldn't it? Here's your weird love letter.
Oh, thanks, Professor. You really saved the day.
What a perfect segue when you think about it. Well, there you go, Sylvain. I hope you have some time alone in that room to just think about what you just said to me and think about why you should not have said it. Hey, who dis? Oh, it's Cyril. Hey, buddy.
Knights go out from Garreg Mach to take on all kinds of other duties.
Yeah, that's
I'd
kind of
sure
their.
like a
That's
job
how
like
knights work.
that one day.
Oh, you want to be one of the
Then
knights?
Again, I don't know. Serving Lady Rhea here is pretty good.
Well, I guess you could be a knight and do both, right? Maybe you're a knight one week and then like a steward or whatever your position here is next week. Is this your hatchet?
Hey, that's mine. Thanks for finding it.
No problem. I was just gonna hit people with it if you didn't take it back, so it's not like I was doing anything important with it. Oh, Leonie and Gerald, how are things going, you two?
Professor, Captain Gerald just told me. Remire Village is in a bad way, right?
So they say. I mean, I haven't been there. The knights
situation
have,
there
like in the past
worrying.
month.
Yes. But tell me, how was your vertigo?
I'm still falling over a little. Still a little unsteady.
Are you not feeling okay? You should get some rest.
Well, I'm trying to, but everyone wants to talk to me.
If you must go to the village, make sure you're in good health before we depart.
Fret not, it will be done. Well, can you faculty trade me? Nah, we good. Thanks, you two, for your concern. Ray, I've got a letter. Ray, I've got a letter. Ray, I've got a letter. Ray, I've got a letter.
Professor, do you ever wish you could return to your life as a mercenary?
Hell no, this is way better. I get to do rom-com antics every week now.
Is that so?
I do not.
I suppose you have become accustomed to your new line of work.
Well accustomed, I'd say.
This assignment will again take you outside of Garreg Mach to Remire Village.
I mean, that's sort of what feels like the assignment should do. We shouldn't just be here defending the monastery, because like that implies that there are bad things happening in the monastery, which are the stressful months.
It was in Remire that you first met Alois and the rest of his order, was it not?
If memory serves, and if everyone else's memory is right as well, because we've all seemed to think that.
Has come and gone since then. How quickly time passes.
It's pretty wild, ain't it? I've got a weird letter for you. Don't read too much into it. I mean, read it, but don't read into it. Never mind. Well, I suppose I better give that explicit magazine to Manuela over here.
Wait a minute. What you've got there, isn't that...
Oh yeah, it's the
Please,
one.
Could you let me have that? Here, I'll give you this in return.
Sure. I would like this.
Thanks, Professor. You have no idea how happy this makes me.
I've got some idea. A fire amulet. Wow, wicked. The new hit Nintendo RPG series, Fire Amulet. And what sort of thing might that be? Actually, I think I do remember who wants this. A handy charm that came from somewhere far away. Someone from a foreign land might want this. Alright. Apparently I don't remember who that goes to. Ah, I see. Zero wants it. Never mind, that's not at all what I thought. Who I thought wanted it. I thought I knew who I thought wanted it, but then I couldn't figure out why that person would have wanted it, so it didn't make any sense.
Professor,
Here about go,
I picked
Cyril.
this up, but... Oh, hey, it worked out perfectly. Want to trade me what you're holding for it?
Sure, I guess you like amulets.
Thanks,
Yes.
Professor. This is great.
Cool. I mean, I think it's pretty cool. Oh, a glowing stone. You acquired a new item. It looks valuable. Great. I mean, it's kind of goofy when it just tells you on the map who to give it to. In this case, Mercedes. And I can also turn in the love letter quest while I'm here, which is rather handy. Oh, does the person? Oh, the person at in the renown stat. There's another person there with a quest. I didn't notice that. Oh, it's Sedith. I haven't seen you all month. Of course, it's Sedith.
What is it? I'm in the middle of my daily duties.
Do you have anything to ask me?
Now that the four saints are all important figures in the teachings of Seros.
Yeah, I'm well aware. That's why I've been maintaining the
I have a
statues.
particular fondness for Saint Sethlin.
That's nice.
I have
What's your
something to
quest?
ask of you.
Just between us. Many students have disappeared recently. If you happen to learn anything pertinent, please inform me quickly and discreetly. Okay, I can do that, but I mean, damn, that's how many is many? I mean, all is too many. Teach me how to fly, please. Thank you. Yes, up to sea.
The glory of progress.
The glory of progress. Is that the rank we needed for? I'm not sure. It's pretty good, anyways. Oh, hey, what's this? Hello, fruit preserves. Oh, that's also for Mercy. How timely. Hello. Hey. Hi.
Hello,
Mercy.
Professor. What's that you've got there?
A rock that is emitting light for reasons that I cannot begin to explain.
Do you mind trading it with me for this?
Sure, I have no use for it.
Thank you so much. I'll be sure to take great care of it.
I just got it from Cyril. It doesn't really have any emotional value to me, so you do whatever you want with it. The Path of Dawn. You acquired a new item. It looks valuable. That's got to be a book, yes? This is the one that I think goes to Marianne, which is what I thought the fire amulet went to, but I was wrong. Record of a quiet fleeting dawn. Someone who loves nature might want this. Record, so like just like a poetic expression of one, I guess?
Professor?
Mm-hmm.
It's about that thing you have there.
Here you go.
If it's not too much of a bother,
It is no bother at all.
trade it for this?
I would trade it for nothing,
Thank you
just to
so
see you
much.
smile, my friend. But also, I like the things that you're giving me, so sure. I'm fine with having some medicinal eye drops as well. And who would need some medicinal eye drops but someone who's been staying up all night in the library? Linny.
That's a nice thing you have there, Professor.
Mm-hmm.
Don't suppose you're planning on using it yourself.
No, even though I never blink, my eyes are always very wet.
Why don't you trade it for this? Sounds good, right?
It sounds better than good, my
Doing
friend.
business with you, Professor. I've always wanted to say that.
Well, I've always wanted to hear it. I don't know, I didn't expect to hear it from you, but wicked. And now after all that, we've finally got our Whetstone. So here you go, Shamir. And very sorry, Catherine, but there is only one of them.
You brought it, Professor? Hand it over and I'll make it worth your while.
How? You can't even afford your own drinks. Give it here. You won't regret it.
Excuse me.
There's history to that comment.
Why don't we let the professor decide?
Yeah, well, we were going to do that anyways. Here you go, Shamir.
Her? What a letdown.
Sorry, I wanted the bow.
Here's your reward. I'll let you borrow it later, Catherine, if you quit sulking. Thanks.
So you know how to follow instructions. Still, remains respectful to Catherine as well. Yes, ma'am. I know that you and Catherine have a very close bond, and I would not want to get on either of your bad sides by making either of you upset. So that would just be bad. I sure didn't give the letter back when I went over to the cathedral. Let's do that now. We're getting sent all the way around the monastery today, aren't we? It's quite a jog we have going here. Bring!
Impressive.
I delivered it.
Thanks.
You actually did it? You delivered it to Lady Rhea? That's so embarrassing. How will I ever face her? Ugh. Well, thanks anyway. I mean, you didn't have to ask me to deliver it. But also, how often are you going to meet the Archbishop face-to-face anyways? Alright, gather information about the missing students and train with Fraudarius soldiers. So that's obviously a battle mission. But the other one is a thing where there's a glowing thing over here on the map, if my eyes read that correctly. And this is where we will gather the information about the missing students. Boom, information gathered. Missing student poster. A torn poster soliciting information on missing student. It says the student disappeared a few nights ago. Good to know. I don't know how a wanted, like a missing persons poster explicitly conveys much information, but I suppose it conveys the time at which that happened, which is useful.
Well
Here you go, I found a poster.
My thanks.
This is a start, but there's still much we don't know. We will need to investigate Flayn's case further. I will let you know if I learn anything more. Flayn's case, so Flayn was the one who figured it out, is that what you mean? Interesting. I got a concoction, nice. I don't think I'm allowed to buy those yet, so that's very handy. Alright, what does that leave to do? We've spoken to everyone, I believe. We've got a few activity points and a support. I want to have tea with the do. I want to do this support. And I think that's what we'll do. And I already made food with everyone? Yes, I did it with Annette. Eloise! Let's talk about fishing and Geralt, I assume, are like our main points of conversation between the two of us.
Hello, Professor. You're really on the move today.
Yeah.
A lot to get
A
done.
whole lot.
I'm
Yeah.
happy to help. Tell me, is there anything I can do to lighten your load a bit?
Can you give flowers to all the students, please? I appreciate the offer, but...
Oh, surely there must be something. Don't be shy about asking for help.
Not shy, just nothing that I think your particular skill set will do for my current needs, which is to make everyone motivated. That's a bit much,
Gerald, just
also.
as you were. So we should have no trouble getting along.
But I appreciate the sentiment there, too. You think we're like siblings?
Well, I'll confess there is a considerable age gap between us.
Yes, I guess
My
that would be
parents
weird, but
died
he's
when I
pretty
was
old, so...
small. I came to live in the monastery. It was an aimless existence. But sometimes a knight would pass by wearing magnificent armor. That knight was Geralt.
Hmm.
And the first time
Now his
he
armor's
laid
kind of
eyes
dull
on
and
me,
ratty.
He made me his squire. What was he thinking, huh?
Probably thinking that guy will have a dope-ass mustache someday. Sounds like Geralt.
No kidding. I don't think I'll ever fully understand his logic.
No, I don't understand any of it.
I heard that the squire
Let alone
preceding
fully.
me had died of a terrible plague.
Oh,
I
wow.
looked a bit like him and was about the same age, so Gerald thought me a suitable replacement.
Just like same hair color, same eye color. Sure, that works. It's the same dude.
Nutty old Gerald, there's no doubt about that. Quite a character.
Mhm.
All that was more than 30 years ago. How time flies.
Pretty whack. 30 years.
That's right. I wasn't even 15 years old.
Gorsh.
Gerald hardly seems to have aged since then.
No, yeah, him and his weird...
Over drinks, he once told me, perhaps that's a story for another day.
Or not, you could tell me now,
At any rate,
but I guess you're not going
that's
to.
Gerald for you. One of a kind. I don't think there's anyone else quite like him.
No, but I guess, I mean, Hilda's equally quirky, but not in the same ways. Yeah, probably not.
Right. Well, now you've heard my whole story.
The whole, well, no, I heard like a bit of the beginning.
Sense of attachment to you.
I guess I do, a bit.
In a bind, just give me a holler. I'll help however I can.
Roger, Roger. Thanks for offering, but I can handle myself.
Indeed, indeed. Well, I'll let you get back to it.
It's not that I don't appreciate it.
If I can take anything off your plate, don't hesitate to let me know.
That is the third time you've said that in the past 3 minutes, but Rod, I will do it, don't you worry. Ah, well that was good fun. So I suppose let's have, where is Dedu? Let's go find that man. Wait, do we have any more missing items to give people? Oh, Manuela and I didn't give the thing to Mercedes when I was over there. What am I doing with my life? Who am I? What am I? What is my purpose? What is my function? What is the point of me when I don't do any of the things that I mean to do? Have your dried apricots, friendo.
This is mine. Thank you for returning it to me, but how did you know I lost it?
How many people do you know walking around carrying dried cherries and stuff? If you can find anyone else in the monastery, I will give you 30 gold. Oh, wait, what's this? And hi, kid who just laughed really loudly. A treatise on etiquette. A book detailing the etiquette of high society. Probably belongs to someone who is acutely aware of their nobility. That's either Lawrence or Ferdy, I reckon. Great, someone else we gotta find. But first, Dorothea, here's your strange poster that you, I don't know why you would be carrying around. Seems like it would just sort of stay in your room, wouldn't it? But
how did you know I lost this? Thank you for bringing it back to me.
Anytime I find weird posters of yours, you'll be the first one to know. After probably Sothis. She likes to laugh at such things. I asked her to stop, but you know how she is. You know how the gremlin that lives in my head is, don't you, Dorothea?
Are you sick?
Is this yours?
Oh, most kind.
You got it.
Thank you for bringing this to me.
Where did Dedu go? I swear I was just looking at him. Here he is. You, my friend, we are having tea. Where the heck? Sorry, I forgot you were just staring out a window. You, my friend, we're having tea, if you want. Are you out for tea? Aw, well that puts a damper on that. Have a nice feather, though.
Thank you.
You got it. And like the one bead of sweat rolling down the thing. Actually, he likes flowers, so do you have a favorite flower? Daffodils?
You shouldn't have.
Well, I did, so rip everyone. Hey. Oh, I guess that more or less covers everything I wanted to do here on camera anyways. I'll do some more, I'll just probably just have some meals with a few people and do some fishing and stuff off camera, so I have more time to think about it and do it without, you know, bogging us down and being really boring. And next mission, I guess that, or next episode rather, I suppose that means we'll be heading on to this day where I guess we'll do the rare monster, and then probably one of, oh, we have another, paralogue, oil and water. Manuela and Hanuman have predictably opposite reactions to a disturbing rumor going around the monastery. Well, I guess now that I've recruited her, that's why I get that. As long as you've recruited one of them, you get the thing for. I guess that's how it works with most of them. As long as you have one of the people required. Anyways, so I don't know how much what level that is, but we probably want to do the Forgotten and the Rumored Nuptials before the other three, because we got them first. And I think they're slightly lower level. They're like level 17 or something. So between the rare monster setting, we'll probably get higher levels to the point where this will be a little easier, and that'll be what we do next time, as well as do a few teachy sessions. So hopefully we'll be able to get through those two battles and then these two and manage that all before next episode. Or no, wait, actually, well, do we just do the two battles here and then explore again here, I guess? What's the recommended level for this? It doesn't say here. Rip. I think we'll probably be okay. The only thing I worry about is getting all the paralogs done in time. So we'll put a little bit of speed on, I guess, in the next month about that. Hopefully we get more than 3 free days. But I don't want to be skipping out our explore days because I really need the permabuffs that we get from doing the greenhouse. Anyhow, that's that. I haven't got a question that springs to mind today. Sorry about that. You're probably going to see that happen more frequently as the game goes on. Just not a good one is in with my brain today, so not to fret about that. Oh, it was... Wait, what? Is this Marianne's birthday? Wait, did we... Oh, no, Marianne's birthday is here. Oh, I see. We're going to have tea with her then, for sure. Next episode is going to be a video game, and we will play it, you and I both, at when that time comes for that episode to happen. But of course, I have to figure out which game it's going to be. That's going to be more DDLC+. We're going to be doing one of the other side stories there, so look on out for that. And with that, we've completed today's objectives, and all that's left to do is to say goodbye. So thank you very much for coming around. Hopefully I'll see you around. Admiral's going to be out of here now. Peace. Oh, those people are over there playing their music like nothing was going on. Hi, folks. You doing all right over here? Come on, Mr. Mir. Just hang on. Oh, don't worry. Mr. Mir is hanging. I don't even know why he's up on that mushroom for any particular reason, but hey there, guitarist, or ukulelist, whatever it is. This is all we can do at this point, so don't get all mad, okay?